Stretch, man, before we start the show, man.
I mean, y'all are L's. Y'all took them L's today, though.
What happened?
So, I mean, you took the L today, though.
What you talking about?
What you mean?
What we talking about? I was just stretching. What you talking about? What's going on?
I got you.
I missed something? My bad, bro.
Honestly.
Hey, what the show? No, I don't know where the shirt came from. I'm sorry, man. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry, man. You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead. We can go ahead and get into it, man. Go ahead and cue that music. Yeah. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode, guys, of We Talk Rangers. Here on the sorry, King, my bad, man. I had the shirt on and threw me off. Yeah, listen, guys. Welcome to another episode of We Talk Mavs, guys, where we talk Dallas Mavs from a fan's perspective. Listen, man, it is a guy still rocking the All Rangers gear. It's your boy Rail, and joining me is the man. For a loss of words today, but it's okay. And it's my boy King. What up, man?
Not much, brother. Nothing much. I mean, it's still like 6-3 for the games all year, but I'll let y'all have your victory this weekend.
Bro, that's why I want to sweep y'all, man. I would have felt better, man.
Yeah, it's all good. I definitely didn't expect y'all to, put out bets and check the way y'all did, but y'all did what y'all did. I tipped the hat to y'all. So good game, good series, but we didn't get swept. I didn't want to get swept. I know y'all to talk a whole bunch of trash. I'm going to talk a whole bunch of trash either way, but y'all to talk a whole bunch of trash. We got swept, but it was a good series, though. It was good to see.
Hey, man, we ended up finishing. We both got the tie for the second best record in baseball.
I think y'all one game behind us in the win column, though. I think we got 34. I got 34.
Yeah, y'all do. Because we were yesterday's game, we were 33-18. Y'all were 33-19. Y'all lost, yeah. So yeah. So percentage wise, yeah, we tied, but yeah. But yeah, man, y'all not here for the Rangers and the Orioles. Y'all are here to talk Mavs, man. So we definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. But before we get into today's show, guys, please do us a huge favor. If you guys are brand new and you into Mav content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And when you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. So that way, whenever we drop new content, you guys will be the first to know. Also, guys, hit that like button. Everybody is watching. Please do us a huge favor and hit that like button, guys. That'll help us build up the algorithm to find more Mad fans like yourself to join the Glow Yard gang. All right, King, man, you ready to get into it, man?
I guess I am.
All right, man.
My head all bent up. It's Adam Jones signature right there, though. Just
showing up, man. Shout out to Adam Jones, too, man. I like Adam Jones.
Yeah, Adam Jones.
Yeah, he was nice. But yeah, man, listen. We're going to get into this article that we found on, of course, the Score again. 5 bold predictions for the Dallas Mavericks off-season. So we're going to go through each of the predictions and kind of give our opinions on it. So you guys can comment in the comment section and let us know what y'all think. All right, King, you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Let's talk Mavs.
Let's do it, man. That's them latest news and rumors. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. We. All right, man. Like we said, 5 bold predictions for the Dallas Mavericks, man. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Clickety click here. All right, we're gonna share with everybody. All right, here we go. We'll get into these 5 predictions.
It's that guy Tyler Watts again. I like him.
Oh yeah. We like him. Yeah. I think he might. No, he's your cousin. I'm sorry, your cousin this time. My bad. All right, man. Said the Dallas Mavericks are facing a massive offseason, of course. They must improve the roster around Luka Doncic after missing the playoffs. Number 77 is one of the best players in the world, King. One of the best players in the world. You hear that part?
Mm-hmm.
But the talent around him simply was not good enough. If it does not improve, the franchise's fears of Doncic's request of a trade. So it could become a reality. He said atop to the to-do list is re-signing Kyrie Irving. The Mavs required the 8-time All-Star in February to be Luka's co-star. They paid a hefty price, but things did not work out as planned. Dallas lost 18 of their final 25 games to close out the season, including tanking their final 2 games to keep their 10th pick in the draft. All right, man, let's get into these bold predictions, man. Here we go. All right, number 5. They're going to do count down from 5 down to 1. So number 5 is JaVale McGee and Davis Bertans remain on the roster. That's going to hurt. The Mavericks are rumored to be shopping the 10th pick, and they want to pair it with a veteran on the roster to bring back some win now help. Dallas would love to move off of Davis Bertans or JaVale McGee in that trade, but other teams are unlikely to have interest. Uh, Bertans played 492 minutes last season, but was the team's 4th highest paid player. He is set to make $17 million next season, with $5 million guaranteed for the 24-25 season. The 6'10 forward is a lights-out shooter, but his defense makes it difficult to keep him on the floor. Even rebuilding teams will be hesitant to take his salary. JaVale was signed to the Mavericks starting center, but the experiment lasted just 7 games before he was moved to the bench and quickly dumped from the rotation entirely. McGee has 2 years and 11.7 mil left on his contract. Some teams would value that veteran as a third string center, but they won't be eager to take on his salary. Both players remain on the Dallas Mavericks next season, but the team does not find a if I'm sorry, but the team does not find a trade for the 10th pick overall. There's a lot there, man. What you think, man?
I mean, it's bold predictions, you know. I mean, that's I mean, it's not even like something wild, right? It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's the Mavericks, so you sit there and you're like, I can't even argue with them for making this a bold prediction, but they both can't be on our team next year, man. You know what? Tell you the truth, that shouldn't even have been Davis. I mean, JaVale McGee though. I know JaVale McGee is a lot of money for not playing, but I do think JaVale McGee offers us more than what Davis Bertans can if he's actually used.
Mm-hmm.
So the real person that should be there should be Dwight Powell and Davis Bertans. As far as them two returning, one of them two basically, hopefully, both of them have to be gone. That's how I feel. But JaVale McGee, I mean, I still back up big man and all. I think he can play a second, third role or whatever. We got him now. We got to deal with it. If we can get rid of him, cool. But if we can't, it is what it is. We need a starting center.
No, I agree, man. With the whole Berton thing, that's why you always hear us say we got to flip that pick.
Yeah.
That way you can start attaching some assets to Darvis Berton's contract so you can get him up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. I don't think I'd be mad if Darvis was back. I guess because, I mean, contract wise, yeah, I can see why people are mad. But I mean, like, he's not used enough, or as part of. He's not somebody we count on every night. So you just he's kind of out of sight, out of mind sometimes.
Yeah.
Until somebody brings up his contract, he's like, oh yeah, he do make a lot of money,
Make that
not
much
doing
money.
anything. Yeah, like the article just said here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so it's like, oh yeah, Darvis Bertans. Like I said, I would not be. I mean, I want him off the team, of course, duh. But would I be mad if he end up staying or whatever? If they can make other moves and somehow he's still here, I don't think I'll be mad. But it'd be nice to get him off. Like you said, we're not looking for JaVale McGee to be like our starting center and all that stuff, play heavy minutes and all that. But if you ask him to play that second or third role, you know what I'm saying, behind a center that's going to probably take up majority of the actual bulk of the minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've been asking on this show, hey man, let him play about 8 to 10 minutes.
Yep.
Just sparingly, you know what I'm saying, here or there, or whatever. Like I'm not mad at that.
Nope.
Like as far as a bold prediction, will they be here? I've told y'all before. I think he's gone. I think Berton's not gonna be here.
Yeah, but I think he's going to try his hardest. attach him with the pick.
Mm-hmm.
But if push come to shove, I think he'll definitely be gone by the trade deadline. I don't know if he'll definitely be gone by the offseason by the trade deadline with him having only $5 million guaranteed the next year.
Yeah,
I think
he's gone.
He's gone for sure. But would I be surprised they're both still here? No. Do I want them both here? Not at all either. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, man. Let's go on to the next bold prediction. Number 4 is 10th pick in 2023 NBA draft gets traded with Tim Hardaway. So the Mavs need more talent. The pressure to build a contender around Luka is immediate. Said it will push general manager Nico Harrison in the front office to trade the 10th pick for an upgrade. And Dallas will be looking to keep their luxury tax bill down by matching salaries, which we talked about that before, which makes Hardaway Jr. the most likely trade option.
Yes, sir.
THJ has 2 years, $34 million remaining on his contract. The 6'5" wing has been a key shot maker for the Mavericks, but they made their run to the conference finals without him. Larry, I hope you heard that. Hardaway Jr. suffered a foot injury in January and missed the remainder of the 2021-22 season. Dallas has shopped him multiple times. Larry, I hope you heard that too. And they finally found a deal for the 10th pick that sense.
I guess he mismade. That made sense, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, probably made sense. Yeah. The Mavs only have 8 players under contract heading into the offseason, but they bring back Dwight Powell and Theo Pinson this summer. Dallas has plenty of work to do in the free agency after making this deal, but they add a key piece to their roster at the cost of the 10th pick, and Tim Hardaway and Maxi Kleber. Okay. Trading Tim Hardaway further depletes the Mavericks' wing depth, and that becomes a massive issue next season. So much to take out of that, man. What you think, King?
First and foremost, a few things. Tim Hardaway Jr. being shopped. Tim Hardaway Jr. being a key shot maker for the Mavs.
Yeah.
I guess he is. But I know they shopped him around. I know they're going to try to, but also bringing back Dwight Powell and Theo Pinson this summer. I don't know, man. Like I'm tired of like seeing these articles.
Mind y'all, before you finish the King, y'all, this is bold predictions. This is not saying this is what's going to happen. He's just making a prediction. But go ahead, King.
I'm tired of most experts or whomever writes about the Mavericks or whatever piece they're going to write about them on, just saying stuff like this foolish stuff, like it's gospel or it's just written that the Mavericks got to do that. Like. But they bring back Dwight Powell and Theo Pinson. It's like
Dwight Powell and not or.
Yeah, like it's like why? Why is that written?
Wow.
Why is that like what's seen that they probably going to do to get rid of then Tim Hardaway? Like, why are we signing so many people to bad contracts and keep signing them to just try to get rid of one of them at a time? It's like we want to sign guys to be in trouble. It's like the Mavericks, like, well, are we in trouble with the tax, the salary cap and the tax? No, we aren't. Okay, sign the other guy that we don't want, or that other guy that can't do much. Okay, absolutely, sign him.
That's gonna sit on the bench and cheerlead.
Yep, that can sit there and cheerlead on the bench. Sign him. So I don't know, man. I mean, I could see him trading Tim Hardaway. He's the piece that we talk about all the time that makes sense as far as the money that he makes and the asset, a guy that's probably the guy we look at the worst, but is looked at around the league the best on our team, and that's the Tim Hardaway Jr. for some reason. So I can see him trading him, man. I hate all these other guys. It sounds like we'll keep the same team other than Tim Hardaway Jr. based off of what he's saying right now. So, yeah.
Bro, yeah. In the first two, you right. That's like, so only what we're going to make is Tim Hardaway and the 10th pick. That's
and Maxi Kleber. Sorry, him too.
Yeah, Maxi Kleber, yeah. That's why, like, some of this I kind of like if you tell me you can get rid of Tim and Maxi, I sign up for that. But I'm with you, though. Like, why you have to put in re-sign Dwight Powell, Theo Pinson, though?
Bro, like, you just said that we probably going to keep Dallas Bertans and JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
Why would we sign these two dudes? Like, go sign 2 other dudes that are somewhere, you feel me, that are somewhere sitting and ain't making, like a Markieff Morris back and all that. You hear me? Like, I'm fine with that at this point. Like, letting other guys just try. We know what Dwight and Pinson are going to give us. That's how I feel. Like, I don't want to see them on the floor.
Community services and podcasts.
And podcasts, yes.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I don't want them guys back. You already know how I feel about them. And then, like I said, man, with that 10th pick and Maxi Kleber, like you said, if you flip those two in that asset and get like a player, maybe two, then you pretty much got your same team, except for you just took those two out and you got, you added two other players. And like you said, you just pretty much just trading, just swapping contract for contract at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's like that nothing so far, man, is getting me excited for this upcoming season, man. Like
It'd be good to get somebody instead of Tim Hardaway at his money and all, him and Maxie's money. But the rest of the team, man, like I don't want these guys. They're not guys. They're guys where we're gonna be sitting around wondering if we have other guys that can help us on the team. And you look down the bench and you're like, well, who's coming in next? You got Dwight down there, Theo, JaVale, and Davis, and maybe a Frank Ntilikina or somebody else.
So who else is gonna resign? Frank, you gonna resign him too?
That's almost a team. That's almost a starting lineup. That's almost 5 guys that we have on our bench that we saying we're not playing. That shouldn't happen on your team, especially during a regular season. So that's why we never have a starting lineup.
All right, man, let's get to this next one here. Number 3 is wing depth remains an issue. Yeah, we already know about that. Trading Dorian Finney-Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie to Brooklyn for Kyrie made the Mavs already porous defense significantly worse. Winning a shootout was the only option for the Mavs after the deal, which I don't believe that, but I mean, if you want to do a shootout, you sure want to put the right people in. But anyway, it did not work. They desperately need wing help if they are going to change their fate this summer. If the Mavericks trade Tim Hardaway, they will just have Josh Green, Reggie Bullock, and Jaden Hardy as wings on their roster. Dallas needs to acquire at least 2 options this offseason if they're going to jump back into contention. No team is eager to give up talent to wings. Behind superstar players, wings are the most valuable commodity in the NBA. Dallas has just 2 first-round picks eligible to trade, and the free agent crop of wings is weak. We talked about that too. The Mavs are eyeing Chris Middleton, but there is no way to acquire the 3-time All-Star. Dallas finds a few cheap options, but they struggle to make an impact on both ends of the floor. The front office wants length athleticism around Luka, but they failed to add those needed pieces during a wild summer of player movement. Wing depth quickly becomes one of the team's biggest issues as they struggle to make a massive turnaround in the deep Western Conference.
There's a couple of things. If we trade Tim Hardaway Jr., I'm guessing we're going to get something back in return, right?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. The way it's presented, like I would hope they would trade Tim in the 10th pick and get something back. So I don't think they'd be missing somebody as far as his position. You're going to probably upgrade. 1, 2. I still think the media they hype up the pieces we gave up too much. Like they keep saying we gave up too much wing depth, and I'm like, where? What are you guys talking about? It was the same. It was the same issue before we traded the guys away. We were still fighting the hardest, or our hardest, to beat Houston. You feel me? Like the beat them and drop 50 with Luka and all that. Like it was the same guys and the same issues. Just Luka broke down. Like
right.
They're talking about we gave up so much depth and all, and I'm like, with who? What was the issue? Like, no disrespect to Dodo. We keep saying that, but like Dodo wasn't locking people down this year.
You know what's funny about that, King? I remember I talked about this when it happened. People were killing us. Y'all gave up way too much. But then nobody was saying that about Phoenix Suns. And now all we heard during the playoffs, they have no depth. It's like I said that when they made the trade. Like you gave up your depth. You gave up way more than we did in the trade. But everybody thought it was the most perfect trade that ever happened in the history of trades.
You felt like we had depth before we traded Dodo and Spencer?
No.
But for some reason, everybody keeps saying it like that trade, it ruined our depth. Like, okay,
nobody killed the Suns over that. That's why I said, like, okay, I guess, man. But yeah.
But I don't want Chris Middleton. I don't know why the Mavericks always brought up these old guys and all, man. Like I'm so
No. Old injured. You had injured?
I don't really gotta. This is it, bro. I'm telling you, that's all I keep going back to. This is the year that something has to be different for Dallas. Like I can't leave this offseason feeling like the Mavericks made the same moves they always make or do what they always do.
Right.
or like the same thing. Like, okay, yeah, all four of those guys we just talked about still in the team. Like something has to be different and change. And this is the year. Like Nico has to put his foot down basically and say, "This is my era. This is my time, and this is what I do. I'm not going to be known as the same Mavs." And I'm just hoping he does, man. Like Nico, we trust is online, like we always say.
Yeah, you're right. All right, man. Let's go here to number 2. Mavericks acquire DeAndre Ayton in desperation trade. Says the Mavericks offseason begins to fall apart ahead of the 2023 NBA draft, so the franchise is forced to take a swing on DeAndre Ayton. The former number 1 pick overall is immensely talented, but he has struggled to put it all together. Fans are clamoring for a better defense, improving his jumper, and being more consistent. Ayton averages 18 and 10 with .8 blocks in 30 minutes per game. Last season in Phoenix, the 24-year-old had 5 30-point games and scored in single digits 10 times. Ayton became the team's third scoring option after the Suns acquired Kevin Durant. The Mavericks made a desperation trade for Kyrie Irving in February, and they pulled off a similar move here. Luka Doncic and DeAndre Ayton share an agent, and the duo knows each other well. Ayton has plenty of untapped potential, and he wants a change of scenery. He has the size and athletic ability to be a dominant rim protector that averages 20 points and 10 boards per game. But can the Mavericks unlock it? Suns fans often get frustrated with Ayton's effort and lackluster play. Without improvement, Dallas will have overpaid the 6'11 big man. Dallas acquires the former number 1 pick overall after realizing Kyrie will not be back next season. Oh, they're saying if he's not back. What you got, King?
I'm just tired of seeing this negative news. I told you, bro. DeAndre Ayton being overpaid. Bro, if you're not one of the, I guess, the 3 best centers in the NBA and you another center the team going to keep and pay, I guess you overpaid. Was Miles Turner overpaid? I'm like, I mean, you got to pay your guys. I'm like, why is it every move the Mavericks make is considered a stupid move? Like, we I guess, excuse my language, we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. As far as like any move we make, I guess, don't get DeAndre Ayton then. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I guess it's too because we talk about track records. It's like, whenever Dallas do something, it just don't seem to work out. You know what I mean? When they make these moves, but I guess everybody's kind of nervous.
I just feel like DeAndre doesn't check the boxes of the issues that we had problems with before, though. Like so we got like Lamar Odom and Rondo in them, but they were like later in their career. You feel me? Like, and Odom had started having, his issues and question marks about his business. The Rondo thing is a whole different beast. Like, that's Rick Carlisle and Rondo. I love to hear that whole story. Truth. I hope Rondo's retired now, right? Like, I hope he actually comes out and talks about that eventually, so I can hear what exactly happened from his point of view. But like DeAndre Ayton, would you really have been mad at KP if KP was more available? Let me ask you that. Like, even though he wasn't like as efficient and all going through stuff, if he'd been more available to actually develop his game and be playing on the court and doing stuff, you probably felt better, right? Like,
because like with him, remember, it was always like, oh, he's starting to kind of pick it up, he's starting to kind of get, then he get hurt. Yeah.
My thing with DeAndre, and I don't think him being available would be an issue. And if he's available and able to play and we use him, I think it'll be okay. Excuse me, that's just my point of view. He doesn't seem to be a guy that gets injured a lot. Like, he's a tank out there. So I think you get him. That's just my opinion. But people saying it's desperation and all. So I guess not. I don't know, man. I'm not a GM. So maybe Tyler Watts is. But we'll see.
Remember I told you, we said this on the last show. To me, it's not about pecking order with DeAndre Ayton. I know people are like, oh, he struggled because he slid down the pecking order. He was slid down the pecking order when Chris Paul got there. He was already number 3.
Yep.
Right? So, like I always said, like, it's not the pecking order that hurt him. It's the way they were using him.
Yep.
And I go back to the game we played them, and he was the game he had 19 and 20. They went to him early, like in the first 3 possessions, and then completely went away from him. Yep. So I was sitting there thinking, like, dang, he went to him early. He was killing us. I'm like, it's gonna be a long night. They finally finished, like you said, go to him the way they're supposed to go to him. Yeah, like, nope. Went to him the first 3 possessions, And it was straight Devin
Bro.
Booker after that. Straight Devin Booker.
We were
Booker.
scared. We were literally scared, bro. We were sitting here like we have nothing in the interior to deal with DeAndre Ayton. They would
What did we
start the
say going
game.
into the playoffs, King? In that series?
What, that we had nothing for DeAndre?
Yep.
That there's nothing for him. Like, we had no Maxi Kleber, no Dwight Powell. Neither one of them could do anything. And we knew that. And they started the game off going to him and dominating us like we thought would happen. And then they just start going like Devin Booker and all. It's like Devin Booker got to be the dude. It's like my time now went on. It's like sometimes you can fall back. That's winning basketball to me. Fall back and say this is our advantage. Why am I going to make it harder for us when I can make it easy for us and just go with DeAndre Ayton? DeAndre Ayton thought he was going to have a role. He thought he was a savior when he came to Devin Booker. Truthfully, he probably thought he was going to come to the Suns to be better than Devin Booker. He thought he was probably going to be his team going through him and then giving Devin Booker some buckets. Because Devin Booker had never made the playoffs at that point. Remember? Like, let's not forget. So I think he thought that. But then, like I said, Phoenix never really established anything for him. They brought Chris Paul over to be Devin Booker's sidekick, and then it was like, DeAndre, you just here. And he's like, I'm the number one pick, so I don't want to do that. I think if you change scenery, you bring him like a Dallas, and Dallas tells him they need him, they want him, even if he's number 3. Say, hey, guy, we're going to get you here. We're going to get you your 20 and 10. You feel me? Like, you're going to be a 20 and 10 guy. We're going to fight for you to make an all-star team, all that kind of stuff, and actually tell him what's going to happen. I think he'll have no problem playing behind Luka and Kyrie and giving it his all. Just knowing that he's going to be using it. He's won it. Same thing Kyrie saying and all. Like, we can get guys here and make a whole team of guys that supposedly weren't wanted and make a run. I've seen a lot of teams do that. So that's my whole thing with DeAndre. And I think it's so much untapped potential, like you said. The guy's only, 24? Like, he's 24, 6'11", like, 260 or something like that. Like, just a beast out there that can run, that can move, play defense, pick and pop, pick and roll. Like, they say he wants improvements with his jumper and all that stuff, which means he has a jumper. They just want him to do more. I just feel like it's not established by Phoenix what he can do. I've seen him play enough times. I've seen that push shot against us over and over again. I would love him to do that shot with us against somebody else. So if we could have a center that actually could make a kind of shot like that over and over. So I'm all for DeAndre Ayton, man. I think you got to make the move. We are in desperate times right now. Like, desperate times ask for desperate measures. And we're in desperate times right now. So we got to do something. But I don't think this is too desperate. We can get out of DeAndre Ayton. And I don't think DeAndre Ayton will be untradeable. That's just my opinion.
I'm with you. Like, we've seen games where DeAndre Ayton get you like 20 boards, right?
Yeah.
We've seen games where he getting you 30 point. Remember that one game, I think he had like a 40 and 20 game, I think.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen those type of games from him. And you heard me say this before. When you see those type of games, that means he's capable of doing it.
Yeah.
Like, if you just see him going out there giving you Anthony Bennett numbers, then it's like, man, nah, I don't want that, bro. Like, you don't see it. There's nothing to hold on to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like, you think, like, you get him in here, you can build on that. That would be something that I would like, nah, I wouldn't want that. But the fact that you've seen it, and like you said, you're still young, and then the fact, we got a pretty good developmental coaching staff.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it. Like I said, if you used to come in here and they said we just traded for DeAndre Ayton and, Powell gone, who would not want that? You know what I mean? Who would want to trade for that?
Who's closest to an all-star? Who's closest to an all-star? DeAndre Ayton or Miles Turner?
That's a good question.
I would say it's DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, because Miles can't stay healthy, man.
That's what I'm saying. I would think DeAndre Ayton is close to being an all-star right now. He's bro, his numbers are right there. It's about impact. Like, the reason he's not is because he's not seen as a guy that impacts the game as much as an all-star should. You bring him over here, he gets you 2 more points and like 2 more rebounds a game. Say he gets to 20 and 12. He's an all-star.
Yeah.
Like, that's an all-star. It's number 3 guy on the team, 20 and 12, and he's only playing 30 minutes a game. He's only playing 30 minutes. They said, 30.4 or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Getting 18 and 10?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing the game differently than everybody else, man. I don't understand.
All right, man. It's the last one here. Kyrie Irving ends up on the Lakers. Says fans have seen and heard the rumblings already. LeBron James has been recruiting Kyrie to join him in the Lakers for months. Excuse me, the 38-year-old just became an all-time scoring leader, and he knows that he only has a few shots at a championship contention left. He propelled the Lakers back to the conference finals in 2023, but they did not have enough talent against the Denver Nuggets. Said Irving sat in the front row at 2 Laker playoff games. He was supporting his friend, but was it something more? LeBron and Kyrie won a championship together in 2016, and the duo has certainly discussed a reunion. The Lakers can create 30 plus million in cap space this summer by signing Kyrie to engage the Mavs in a sign and trade. Would Irving be willing to let 17 million let 17 million on the table? Probably mean leave.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, it's a lot of
Typos.
yeah, I'm saying nobody proofread this.
I mean, it's
Would Irvin be willing to leave 17 million on the table to sign with the Lakers? He took less to join Kevin Durant and DeAndre Jordan in Brooklyn. Fans watch him miss a massive chunk of the season for refusing to get vaccinated. Kyrie is certainly willing to walk away from some money if he wants something. So LeBron wants Irving in LA, and an 8-time All-Star takes him up on the chance to play for the Lakers. It will likely end in a disaster, as the franchise will have an extremely top-heavy roster. But the Mavs will be left scrambling to try to replace Kyrie as they lose their second best player for the second straight summer.
Hey, man. I will say this. If Luka really is serious about his conditioning and what he's doing right now, it looks like the videos that we've been seeing,
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie leaves. I don't know if we win a championship next year. But Luka going to put his body on the line and just go all out. I'm telling you, that whole fandom for LeBron and all stops. If LeBron takes his help away from him, that's the end. Like that, this whole nice Luka ends, and I think we get crazy Luka or psycho Luka, kind of like yeah, boy, Skip say with Psycho Tom and all that, but I think we get that guy if it does go down. If LeBron takes him from the Mavericks, and Luka's is gonna go out and like obliterate just everyone. So I still don't think Kyrie goes to the Lakers, man. It's so hard to decide though, because it's hard to pick Kyrie's brain. But would he leave 17 million on the table though, and just losing the shoe contract and all that? But I know he is trying to go for another shoe contract, and it may be good to start another shoe contract going to LA. So I don't know how. Does he want to just go play with the Lakers and LeBron? Like they said, it would just be him and LeBron, and I guess AD. Would they keep AD and then nobody else? I don't know how it would work, but
yeah, I don't know how that would work.
I just think the better situation is still in the Mavericks. The Lakers basically used up their card. Now they're competitive. They can sign guys and all. The issue is always going to be Anthony Davis, man, with the Lakers. Like now they're at the point where it's like you need somebody to rely on. Just like we were relying on street clothes. Like you need that other guy to be reliable and always be around, and they don't have that guy. So I don't know, bro. I don't even want to think about it, man. I just want the free agency to come and go, and we can know what's going to happen and just be ready for next year. Like I'm tired of speculating and trying to wrap my head around it. I'm just ready to either be done with them or to be ready to rock for next year.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. So name this negative bold predictions.
Yeah, this is all negative.
Oh man, sorry. No, man. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think he's going to the Lakers, bro. Maybe that's the mad fan in me, but I don't think he's going. And him refusing that extra 17, I think we talked about this like a few shows ago. You know, you were saying like you can't keep shortening them on the money or whatever, right? We were talking about like how much would he take? We were saying like anywhere from 40 to 50.
Yeah.
They're talking about giving him 30 for LA, right? And we know the reason why he left. One of the reasons why he wanted to leave Brooklyn, because they weren't willing to pay him that money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 30. I think he's making 35 right now, I think. And so he'll be taking another pay cut.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Not only because of what he was supposed to be offered, you know, what he's eligible for, but also it'd be less than what he's making this year. So I don't know, man.
Plus the cost of living is high in LA. Or just in California in general, and you got no state income taxes in
Texas,
or Texas, yeah. So I mean,
that's what I was saying too. Like, do you want to? And then think about it too, man. What's the one thing ESPN always talks about? The Lakers. Like, do you want to constantly be like you already don't like the media, and them being in your business 24/7. You go to the Lakers, and if LeBron's still there, You know the media gonna be in your business 24/7, bro.
And they say Kyrie. Somebody talked to me on Twitter talking about Kyrie is a number one, and we don't appreciate him as a number one and all that. He'll be a number one in LA. I'm like, bro, he'll never be a number one around LeBron James. That's already been seen. That's the reason why he left. So if he's ready to get the scrutiny that's going to come with playing with LeBron James, because basically you got to be the number one at this point with LeBron James, but he's still the number one, if that makes sense. So his image will always be number one, but you got to go to the Lakers and show up and be that dude now at this point. So if you ain't ready to do that, look at AD. You just need to talk to him. So, I mean, it's really on him to be the number one right now. He can't do it. So he get the scrutiny, and he probably gonna get traded. Even though a couple years ago he's better than Tim Duncan. Shout out to Kendrick Perkins. Carry on.
Shout out to Kendrick Perkins, the greatest analyst of all time.
Carry on.
All right, man. You ready to get into the people, man? See what they talking about?
I guess, man. I'm gonna hear what they got to say about this, but they probably gonna be getting on me the whole show. That's all good.
All right, man. Let's get into them questions and them comments on them boys, man. All right, guys. Listen, man, if you got any questions, any comments, guys, go ahead and hit us with the WTM, guys. WTM in the front of your question or your comments. So that way we know you're addressing us and not one of your fellow Glow Yard members. We always address the super chats first. So if anybody sends a super chat in, we'll get your question first before any other question.
Yep.
All right, King, I'm ready.
Let's do it. What up, Richard? He said, King, LOL, you have money on them. Yeah, I do. They only beat us one series, yo. Like, I'm not. It's baseball. It's not get out of here, man.
I was scratching, but my head was itching.
Remember 6-3. Remember that. We played each other 9 times
so far. Was that one of the scores in the series in the game?
6-3. You remember that? That's all I gotta say to y'all. Like,
hey, look, man. All jokes aside, man. I don't want to play y'all no series, man. I really don't want. I know it's gonna be one of them series, bro. Like I don't want to go to 7. I want to have that one pitch. You know what I'm saying? That costs us the series or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want that, bro.
Y'all owed us that. I mean, we can't win every series. It happens. We just swept the Jays and then beat the Yankees 2 out of 3. We should have beat them all 3. So we were riding the high. We came back. It was horrible to happen on at home. But like I said, y'all owed this one. We was beating the one out of y'all beforehand, and y'all getting hotter. So it was all good. I hope we see y'all.
We got healthy too.
Yeah, I hope we see y'all again. It's gonna be a good playoffs this year. Again, baseball will be vicious, man.
I want Houston, King.
Get them, man. Take them. I don't care. I want the Yankees, but I don't know if they're gonna make it. I hope they don't make it.
Astros.
I want the Yankees. I want anybody in our division. It don't matter. Richard also says, "Did you see a 4-team trade with us? Indy and the Suns, short version, we get Turner and Smith. Indy gets Ayton. We send our top 10 as salary fillers. Indy gets Ayton. Suns get pick a role players draft picks. The 10th pick, though, and we get Miles Turner and Smith.
So he said we send our salary fillers.
Yeah. What? Richard, come back with the salary fillers. How many salary fillers do you mean? Like who's the guys? Because
what ideas were they throwing out there, Richard? Certain players, like is it Bertans, like Tim or something?
Yeah, let us know. But Richard says 3-team.
Yeah, we figured that.
Big Fat says this is a crazy idea. I think it works for all 3 teams: Miami, Dallas, and Phoenix. Miami gets Davis. Phoenix gets Tim, Maxey in the 18th from Miami. Dallas gets 8, and it takes back Duncan Robinson. I mean, I'm doing that trade though, bro. We didn't give it the 10th, and we trading. So I would trade Davis for Duncan if it involves getting Ayton. That's the other contract that ugly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I still think Duncan better than Davis though.
Man, he's not even playable for Miami right now though.
You can still, but you can trade him away with the 10th pick. If we still got the 10th pick, I'm taking that trade because you didn't trade him with the 10th pick. You feel me? Like you didn't lose anything and you gained Ayton.
Yes, man.
It don't got to be the final trade. That's only look at what.
No, I know. Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't the final trade. You just trading. So you trading Duncan Robinson for Davis Bertans, which isn't horrible. They just sitting there. So you got one of the two, right? Mm-hmm. Then you got Ayton instead of Tim Hardaway Jr. So you got rid of one of your guys. Now you get rid of Duncan Robinson with the 10th pick, right? And you got more money to play with because he's making, I think, a little bit more than Davis Bertans.
And with an extra year.
Big Fat say King still thinks Miami's winning. I mean, I don't know. I thought if they lost in Miami, it was going to be a wrap, but I told you I don't really care. I'm not watching anything with the highlights. I just want Jimmy to get a championship. It ain't that. I don't know who I think. It don't matter. I want it to be over.
Hey, long as it ain't Phoenix, man. That's all. I really don't care who wins.
I want it to be over so they can start calling somebody the best player in the NBA. TGK said, "What's good? Go Rangers." Yeah, I guess whoever them guys are. Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. Nah, I'm messing with the Rangers. Even when y'all had Josh Hamilton, just when y'all he hit 4 home runs against us, I'd be mad.
Man, hey, I still remember that game that we had to play to decide who was going to the wild card. We played y'all. The ocular isotoses, whatever that disease he had supposedly with the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Jaden hate Josh Hamilton because of that game, man. I don't blame him, but hey, they still can't. You can't deny Josh Hamilton was a beast, bro. Josh Hamilton.
His demons. He had demons. Yeah, but on that baseball diamond when he out, Josh Hamilton was a monster, man.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. Hey, I would go to the batting cages, bro, and do that Josh Hamilton stance where he lean back with the bat on the shoulder, bro.
Yeah. Little scary stance, like he's just waiting for it. Like, come on,
dude. A little swing, and then he just rock back. Yeah.
Johnny B said, "Glow, yo, what up? What up, Johnny
B?
What
up, Johnny B? What up, man?"
Chico said, "Y'all got baseball gear on. LOL still raised up, and I'm glad Dallas interested in for Kyrie and D'Lo and whatever." Yeah, Chico, man. Every time we get close to y'all, we keep getting so close. We would have been 1 game away if we'd have swept the Yankees, and then like y'all just put us 2 games again away from. We was already 2 games away from the best record, so y'all put 2 more games on it. So,
yeah, I told King I wanted to be the definitive number 2.
I want to be number 1. Y'all keep waiting for number 2. We keep getting close to number 1 in the MLB.
Hey, no, we coming for that next.
Race, what up? Race is watching while working. Appreciate you, Ray.
Appreciate it.
Riv says, "What up, squad? What up, Rivs?"
What up, Rivs?
Gina Kim, she said, "Hey, fellas, it's been a while. I was finally able to catch a stream." Yeah, we were asking about you, Gina.
What up, Gina?
Let's see. Oh, TGK get some love. We see you, TGK. Mark E, he said, "What's good, Glow Yard Gang? Funny how people say Luka going to dominate next year because he's being a pro and running stairs. Basically, what we've been asking for, maturity. Hey, you got to crawl."
Ain't that funny how that work, Marky? Ain't that funny how that work?
Hey, you got certain people saying it ain't worth anything. That he didn't have to work out. So,
hey, stop criticizing him, Marky. Can't criticize him.
Stop it. Gina Kim says, "Did you guys see the AD trade rumors? Don't think we'll get him, but I think if we still have JaVale, AD wouldn't be too bad. AD can play 4 and JaVale the 5. Yeah, we. You're not gonna be able to keep Kyrie, probably Gina, and get AD, and I would much rather have Kyrie with them, in my opinion." Marky also says, "Also hope Miami pulls through in Game 7. Would hate to see people slander Butler for being on the wrong side of history, even though he had his super Boston team down 0-3. Yeah, so I'm kind of like torn because I want Jimmy to get it, and I don't want him to be associated as the first team that does that. But if there's any team I want to be associated with losing an 0-3 lead, I would love for it to be the Miami Heat, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because it's just Miami, man. Like, we lost the 0-2 lead in the finals and all that, like Miami. So, but I don't want Jimmy to lose. For some reason, I feel like Jimmy going to do something superb and heroic. But it's going to hurt them. Whatever happens, it's going to hurt them for the finals. Because Denver just like, well.
Boy, Denver over there.
What time is it? Who's playing us? So, shout out to Denver, man. Joker might get the crown. And that might help Luka become who we need Luka to be. So, shout out to Joker. Big Fat also says that you see the new podcast from Kevin Gray and Raphael, I guess, Barlow. Raphael said if Dallas keeps 10, Dallas should trade Derek Lively, knowing he is not top 10 center, 7-2 center with room to grow. He's saying they should draft. If it keeps the 10th, they should draft. Yeah, I heard about that dude, Derek Lively, as well. He got to come in right away and be ready. He got to be NBA ready. You may want to draft somebody. How many years he's been in college? You may want to draft a guy with Luka that's been in college for a second. a guy that's ready. That's at that point like a guy that's a late guy that's almost 25. That's the way Luka Doncic and them are right now. Like you can't have experiments. Div says, "Would you do this?" What up, Div, as well? Reeves and AD for Kyrie.
I don't want AD.
I don't want to rely on AD. Div.
We'll be right back to square one.
Yeah. Richard says Bertans isn't useless. He leaks out on fast racing and get hot like Timmy, but our staff won't use him. I mean, I don't think he's better than Timmy though, Richard. And if I'm already on the cusp about Timmy, then we don't need Bertans. And this defense is horrible. He tries.
Yeah, he does try, but he's just bad at it.
He one of the worst defenders in the NBA, man. Like him and Tim Hardaway Jr. And Tim better than him. So, what up, Reg? He said, "What up, Glow Yard?" Say, bro, Law, I need that Bertans contract gone. He said, "King, where's my Rangers gear?" You ain't never get no Rangers gear. Y'all ain't. Now you had to bet me. Next time we see y'all, I'll run a bet with y'all. I ain't scared. Y'all just, I won, man. I mean, it is what it is. I can't say anything else. Y'all won. Y'all won the series.
I want to go too, bro. I definitely want to go, man.
Ray says as well, I would rather lose Kyrie for nothing than help the Lakers dump their stupid D-Lo contract. Amen.
Hey, we're gonna talk about that, y'all, on the next show.
Amen, man. I see he wrote saw the White Powers lane one day in the screen. Yep.
Oh man.
Yep, I did. I saw it.
Like I said, that whole bold prediction thing, man. I tried not to read through it so I can be surprised when I read it on the show. But yeah, when I saw that, I said, man, the bold prediction is to keep the White Powell.
Sign Dwight and Theo Pinson. They said sign
both of them. Not one. Not it didn't say or. He said Dwight and Theo Pinson. Like, man, so pretty much just bring back the team that went what was it, 35 or 36 and whatever, you know.
Y'all don't have to riot and all that. Don't do all that stuff. But please, Dallas, like Glow Yard Gang and all y'all, just make y'all voices heard if the White Power's back. You don't gotta be disrespectful or nothing. Y'all gotta yell at Mark Cuban or somehow, some way, everywhere. Get it through that. That's ridiculous that you guys don't appreciate him doing that. Like, what is he doing? And I just want answers. I want Mark Cuban to not be an a-hole, to not think he's smarter than everybody, and just answer questions. Just answer questions asked of him. Div also says we better not bring the White Power at all. I don't want him as a second center. So annoying they think of keeping Dwight. Theo Pinson is pointless. Let's get young guys to try out instead. That's what I'm saying.
Amen, Div. What we were saying.
Yep. He also says, I'm so sick of the mainstream media pushing Lakers garbage players as something Mavs want. Like, F out of here with D-Lo. Literally low beat player, useless for us. He also says, we would want minimum Hachimura, Reeves, first-round pick, and or AD. Like, and AD, Dave. I want all of that.
Like I said, Dave, you got to remember, man, Kyrie's about to make $50 million. So Hachimura and Reeves, that's not enough. You still got to make the contracts work. That's why I said either they're going to have to give us more of those role players, like the way they did with Utah. They got like 4 or 5 players back or whatever. Y'all got to do that. Or got to start with AD because AD's making about $30 million.
Yeah.
Remember, it's got to equal 50. So yeah, that, like you said, that's not enough.
Ray also says King getting upset on both prediction of signing Theo and DP, but it is Mavs like move though. Yep. It is, Ray. That's why I'm like, Ray. That's why I get mad. It's not the anger of the Mavs are going to make the move. It's the anger of I can't even argue back and say the Mavs won.
No.
That's
why when I saw that, I'm like, man.
Well, they would do that.
Like, I don't even want to see their names on nothing, man, with the possibility of them coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Richard says, these guys watching the same game. They act like Tim is Curry and Dwight is Russell and Maxey is freaking Bird. I don't get it, guys. They're not good. Hey,
but man, Richard, come on, man.
They're good, Richard.
Richard, they're great. They're borderline all-stars. What are you doing?
All of them, man.
Yeah, man. We trying to get them out of here. Richard, don't tell them that they bad. They're not gonna want to take them. Oh, you know what? They bad, huh? No, never mind. I don't want them. Like, dang, we stuck with them.
Johnny B. I'm sorry, Glow Yard member as well. He says,
Glow Yard member. Sorry,
I keep seeing Tim Hardaway Jr., Maxey in a 10th for Jared Allen, and Isaac Okoro.
Excuse me.
I was liking it better when the 10th pick wasn't involved for Jared Allen. Johnny B. Like, I don't know if that's enough for both of those with my 10th pick.
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
really would prefer to flip that 10th pick to get more assets, man. To
Yeah.
trade for other players.
Yeah.
That's really what I want.
Dirk owns LeBron. Glow Yard Gang member says the White Power and Pom Pom's Pinson has to go. I better let your owner know.
Amen, Dirk. Amen.
Dirk. Richard also says, when did a 6'2 Hardy become a wing? That's one issue. Front office doesn't know the difference in guard and forwards.
Actually, that's not the front office, man. That's
Media.
That's what that's the media from Smoking Cuban put.
Yeah. Div also says, agree with King. The mainstream media is clueless. The guys we gave up for Kyrie was not depth. It was bad contracts. People clueless about the Mavs. The only reason we were in fourth was Doncic's 50 points. We were sitting there watching the game and like we got it on wax, bro. As you always we say, like you can go back and watch it. We can watch it. We went through the whole season of saying, "Wow, man! Like, well, a win is a win," but we had to get Doncic.
Bro, Luke was having to drop like 50 against like the Rockets and the San Antonio Spurs and who the other team, Detroit.
I think some of the Glow Yard was in here saying that it was an ugly win, and I don't want Luka to have to keep doing that much. We gotta get guys out of here. So,
and what did I say on one of them? So I said, Luka's gonna get burned out doing this, bro. Like, you shouldn't have to score 50 and win by 2 or whatever the case is, man. To the Rockets, to the G League teams, bro. Come on, man.
Rockets were cooking this, bro. Jalen Green and all those guys were cooking Dodo, and that's no disrespect. We love Dodo here, but it is what it is. Div says Luka scoring stupid crazy for repeated games is why we were in fourth, not because of Dorian and Spencer.
Thank you. Because remember, Div, when Luka wasn't playing, what was Dorian and Spencer doing?
Yeah.
I mean, last time I checked, we were 0-7 or 0-8 and whatever without Luka playing. So, like, I don't get it.
I see. We Talk Hawks. Steve, he says, King and Real, I have some Braves hats for y'all. Hey, man, we supposed to beat the Braves as well. Go ahead.
Rangers are brave already. Demond, they already brave.
We supposed to beat y'all as well, though, Demond. Like, we gave up the game. Shout out to Coy as well in here.
Oh yeah, y'all played it. I don't even know. I don't know if we play y'all this year, Demond.
We were supposed to win basically every game, but like gave it away 2 of them, and they won the series. But again, it's baseball. Baseball is more of I like watching to see you see if you can compete like until the playoffs. It's just series, so you're just saying like. So I see if we played the Braves like in the World Series, we can compete with y'all. It would be a good series, but it's good, man. Y'all good too. The Braves are legit. They had a little. They dropped off a little bit though recently.
Hold on, so everybody's baseball teams are good.
Basically, yeah. Like
that's crazy.
You can't watch basketball.
All our basketball team were bad, but our baseball teams are good.
At least we got baseball.
Like, man.
Right now. TGK said legit Mavs need to sign Kyrie, trade Berton somehow, some way. Don't bring back Powell and get Nas instead, and see what you can get for THJ, but desperately need another wing. Yeah, that Nas, we need to try to get him for the low, like right away. Like I mean, one of the first people we talk to, if we're going to try to get a free agent in here, should be Nas Reed, because I don't think it's going to be too much, and I think we can grab him. We may have enough to get him.
I wonder what his market is this offseason.
I think like 10 mil. I think that's what he wants. I think that's what he'll take.
I heard that early in the season he wanted 10.
If we go up the top,
maybe his market that went up or whatever.
They stopped playing him as much though. Remember, at the end of the year they stopped playing him and all. So I don't know if it went up. I think you just, like I said, you have to go. This is being a general manager, a guy that's in charge of your whole front office or whatever. Like he has to go make moves and see guys that haven't been played the minutes they have. As I said, the guys that have potential and just sitting there, the other guys aren't using right. So if he think Nas is one of those guys, you got to go talk to him right away and get him here before somebody else gets him. And then we sitting here next year saying we could have had Nas Reed. See, Div also says Mavericks acquired DeAndre Ayton in a desperation trade. LOL. He would be our best big man and defensive player by a mile if we got him, but not for Kyrie. Sorry. Give the THJ and garbage. Yeah, not for Kyrie.
Div. Hold on, Div. Hold on. Who would you rather have? DeAndre Ayton or Dwight Powell? Don't do that.
I just want to know.
Great screens. Don't forget about them screens, Div. Don't forget about the screens.
I just want to know from you, Ro, and everybody else. Name me for sure. Name me.
Dwight Powell.
I knew you were going to say that. Name me the Dallas Mavericks center in our history that's better. Or name me however many you can. I'm not even going to say they're wrong or right. I just want you to name it. I'm going to see how many fingers you can get up. That's better than DeAndre Ayton the Mavs ever had. Probably right now at this point. And you can say Tyson Chandler. That's it. So what are we talking about? That's how I be feeling. Like, why are we sitting here acting like a center? Job. We sitting here acting like we had so many centers already and all. Like, we don't even have centers that can burn us. We just don't have centers. That's how I feel. Like, I want someone else. Why are we saying no to somebody that's talented at a position we've never had talent at before? That's how I feel. But yes, Div, don't want to give up Kyrie for him, but basically anybody else, I'm willing to give up for him. What up, Larry?
Oh, there he is, man of the hour.
Said, what's up, guys? I'm late, but here 20 minutes behind. We appreciate you, Larry, always, man. Thank you.
Larry, where were you at on Friday, man?
Yeah, we was looking for you on Friday, Larry.
Looking for you on Friday. We was loaded, man.
What up, Jet? He says, it's none Mavs related, but I'm thinking about starting my own podcast, just talking sports like football, basketball, etc. And I love you guys, are my idols. I just want to hear your thoughts on what I should do. Do it, Jet.
Jet, listen. I'm gonna give you the same words my wife did. What King just said. She told me this when I started. Just do it. Like the first step to doing it, man, is just doing it. You know, like try to go in because I didn't have a general idea of what to do. I just kind of started doing things and start learning as I went. Like you said, you want to take inspiration from some, like say you said us. I took inspiration from a guy named John Campia, right? I saw how he did things, and that's how I kind of laid out my format of how I do things. So that's what you want to do. You want to just you want to come in with a general idea, and then you always, and also too, man, just plan your things out, man. Like get an understanding. Like I said, watch things, get an understanding of what you want to do with your channel, and then you just do it, man.
I echo everything my partner says, and appreciate you, Jet. Like you guys are our idols, and if you need help, if you need us to assist you, need us to be on the show, anything, man, just holler at us. You guys got our social medias and all that stuff. Definitely talk to us. A lot of guys already do hit us up and all. I definitely respond when I have time, but I definitely, if you need us to help you out with the show, talk to you, anything, Jet, let us know. But definitely do it, man. Do it. You miss every shot you don't take.
Exactly.
MJ Kobe, man, you got to take the shot. Don't be scared. Riv says enough with the Rangers and Orioles about the Dodgers. We stacking up our cash to go.
Oh, man.
Rivs, could you imagine if the Orioles somehow, some way said this one time, we're going to go ahead and go out and get Ohtani?
Like, wait, hold on. Well, Ohtani just signed a contract, though, Rivs.
Nah, he didn't sign a contract.
I thought he signed an extension with the Angels. I got mad about that.
Oh, he a free agent, bro. He didn't sign no extension. This they figuring out what they want to do. The Angels. So he's not like Trout. Trout would just stay there. The issue with Trout is that we've never seen playoff basketball. I said basketball. Playoff baseball from Trout. Like we know Trout, his numbers and all seem like one of the greatest of all time. But it's kind of hard to.
Oh, you right. Trout is the one. That's what I was mad about.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to watch him be one of the greatest players ever, but like only been in the playoffs one time. So it's like I want to see playoff pressure situations and what you do in that, i.e. Alex Rodriguez and stuff like that. But Ohtani though, man, they talking about Ohtani might get $600 million, and he's already one of the best bats. So he may be the best
solid
DH,
pitcher,
maybe the best DH in MLB. He's fast. He's tall and fast. Like his speed is ridiculous, and he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. Like if we got him,
bro, we need to throw money at that dude, bro.
The thing is, you got to throw prospects. So I would even take him as a rental and just get him here just to say, well, you in the door or whatever. Like come to the Orioles. I think we it. Like I don't think there's nobody touching this. We get Ohtani on our team as far as having
anybody, bro. Ain't the team just named out.
Right, any contender basically. This get them between the bat and the pitching.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been wanting Mike Trout for years, man.
Bro,
I was mad when he signed that contract extension, bro. I was like, dang, man.
I'm about ready to. I like Mike Trout and all, but I'm about ready to just say him with that situation, and that kind of knocks him down.
Say he comfortable over there in LA, bro.
I'm just saying, like the question before he signed the contract last time was why he signed the contract. Even Pujols got up out of there again and went back to St. Louis. Like
St. Louis, yeah.
Bro, they've been having too much talent on this team. They had Ohtani and Mike Trout, which is possibly the two best players in baseball. In our division.
Like they got picked like every damn near when they had that squad, bro. Like every year,
they got the two best players in baseball, or two out of the top five. How about I say that? Players in baseball right now, probably, and they can't sniff the playoffs ever. And one of them is a pitcher, and one of them is just center fielder.
Bro, they took our pitcher, man. Hamill.
Yep.
Took ours, but man, I was mad. I already couldn't stand the Angels, but then when he went over there, bro, I really couldn't stand the Angels, bro. I did not want him to win a ring, bro.
He gotta. I want to see Mike Trout in pressure situations. The only time we just saw him in pressure situations was in the WBC where he ended up losing being Captain America to Ohtani with Japan, and that was the biggest. I think that was the most watched baseball game ever. Now they just said so.
Oh, okay.
Pressure situations. I'm just saying, and everybody making excuses for America and all that. We don't really care. I'm like, all right, if we'd have won, they'd have cared. Gina Kim says, I would like Ayton too. He might be better somewhere else, or we could pair him with another big. But if he's soft with us because he wants money or is the same as he was on the Suns, then I don't know. Yeah, that's it. If he is that way, you hate that, but you got to take a chance on somebody, Gina Kim. And I don't know. You got to hope that
question. Is he better than Dwight Powell?
Yes.
That's all I want to know. That's all I need to know.
Right. She said, I like Miles Turner overall, but what would we trade for him? I can't do a lot because he's injury prone.
Yeah.
That's just my thing. I can't.
I need more than 55 games from your starting center.
I need more.
You need to count on the guy.
I'm talking about that. I need. They just made the rule 65, and I think 60. I think 65 is low. I need at least 65.
Yeah, they being nice with 65.
Yeah, nice is 65. They should have made it 70. 70 is where I thought they should have put it at, saying you got to play at least 70 games. But they don't want guys to be knocked off. They're older guys and all, to not make the teams and all that kind of stuff. But I thought it should have been 70. But I need 65 games from Miles Turner. If he can guarantee me 65, I'm in. Marvy, what up? He says Jared Allen is springy, aggressive, young, and improving. Nothing against Ayton. I just like Allen more. I mean,
that's fine. I take Allen too.
I don't have a problem with Allen, but Allen offense.
That's the only thing.
You ain't getting offense. Yeah. I mean, he about there. He's at his point now where you're going to see what Allen is, and Allen ain't going to be an offensive player, basically. I don't think so. I see you type of this. You didn't write WTM, but I'll read it. He said, who's a better rim protector, rebounding defender, Allen or Ayton?
Allen.
Allen at rim protecting. Is Allen a better rebounder, though? I don't know if Jared Allen is a better rebounder.
I think he was top 4 in rebounds this year.
He over 10? He got like 12 or whatever? Jared Allen's how many rebounds?
I got you.
It might be Allen on all three then. If it's Allen on rebounding, then it's Allen on all three. He's a better defender, but Ayton's not a slouch at defense, and Ayton's way better than Allen on offense. Dirt. Richard says, I'm down with bad news, Mavs. King, I watched Ayton in college. He can shoot threes. I just don't like his contract. Yeah, I know everybody. It's the contract thing. I know Richard. But he is nice. That's how I feel like. So he's a number 1 pick. Nice. If we can get a number 1 pick here that haven't been used, we talk about the Mavs not being able to get a number 1 pick, not moving up in the draft. So we can get a number 1 pick talent here who actually ends up being number 1.
Yeah, 10 rebounds too.
10, so they both at about the same thing. All right, so it's a wash on that one. But Jared Allen's a better rim protector and a better defender in general. But like I said, his distance between Ayton on defense is not the same distance as Ayton and him on offense.
Right.
Ayton is much
way
better than Jared Allen on offense. Let's see. Div also says, speaking of Ayton, he went to Game 6 with Phoenix versus Joker. AD went to Game 4. Yet we hear that Ayton sucks. I don't get the logic. I think Ayton is not being respected by. But thank Div. That might be the comment of the night right there. I might have to say this, and where is that? 103. I've been saying for the longest time, everybody rips into Ayton like he's supposed to be able to defend the Joker or be able to defend Giannis or be able to defend any of these guys one-on-one when these guys are the guys we talking about as being the first team All-NBA centers of big men in the league.
Two of the top, to me, you already know how to be 2 of the top 3 best players in the league.
Nobody can stop them. But that's like saying somebody can stop Luka. It won't happen. So it's like saying Kawhi Leonard is not a great defender or Paul George because they couldn't stop Luka. You feel what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah, Luka's still getting them, 34 or whatever.
40 or whatever. You feel me? Like he's going to do that. So I think people are like rating or like reading into DeAndre Ayton game like wrong. Like DeAndre Ayton that was Monty Williams' fault. DeAndre Ayton should not be playing the Joker one-on-one. That's disrespectful. We just talked about Jared Allen's a better defender, so why would you put DeAndre Ayton on him one-on-one? That's a foolish move, but like they weren't even trying to put AD on a one-on-one. They was helping him with Rui and all of that. So why would you put Ayton on a one-on-one? Monty Williams. But I told you, put him on a different situation with a better defensive coach. Put him with your boy, what's his name is coming over? Frank Vogel. Let's see if Frank put him through the business. Get him looking like Roy Hibbert. I'm serious.
I know.
You saw when Frank Vogel was over there with Dwight and all them, and JaVale and all that stuff. I'm being dead serious. Get Frank Vogel in here with a big man. Watch his defense even get even better.
So let's get him here with Dwight Powell. I got you, bro. I got you. Got Dwight out here looking like
Bill Russell. He already undersized. Exactly. Bill Russell, man. Like Richard already said. Wallace? Oh man. Ray says Wendy is in double time, staring minds that Kyrie is going to LA. That big fat LeBron. I can't read that part, but he likes to ride pieces, saying it's bad for the team to have Kyrie. We're pushing Kyrie. Hey, you know.
Yeah, I said that, Ray. I said it. I said everybody they were talking before we got Kyrie. They were talking about how bad he was as a teammate and this and that and this. And as soon as we got him, it's no. He should have went to the LA. He would have been a better fit. But you say he wasn't a better fit anywhere though.
You know what's crazy? I used to think Wendy was like respectable. Like I used to think he called it like it was and kept it real. But after seeing this and knowing we got Kyrie now and seeing LeBron, his boy, on a different team, I'm like, damn, they all do follow their favorites and all. Like, bro, he is pushing this narrative heavy for Braun, man.
I be sitting there trying to think who is left on ESPN I would actually just listen to like that. I can't think of anybody. You know, I used to respect Jay Will like a while back. He kind of I don't know.
I like Max, even though he better get fired.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. What's up with that?
Max. Well, they screwed Max. So Max he was on the First Take or whatever. Got basically fired from that. From Stephen A. Smith got him fired from it. They gave him his own show, but in a different spot. Everybody already knew that wasn't going to be successful. Like, everybody knew putting Max Kellerman in the middle slot in the middle of the day or whatever like that was not going to be a successful thing, but ESPN tried it. So that's failing. So they're going to cut that off, and they're going to give Pat McAfee. They just gave him a bunch of money, took him from Fox, and give him his spot. But the crazy thing about Pat McAfee is that his show is awesome on YouTube, and they're simultaneously doing it on YouTube and on ESPN. So his fans are going to still just watch it on YouTube. So it's probably not going to look great on ESPN. So that's part of the contract. I don't know, man. It's ESPN. And they're going to still make cuts again, too. So people are going to get fired. So it'll be, you might see Max somewhere.
You might fall into that.
Yep. I would put Max. They should put Max. They should put Max on Fox in the morning with Nick Wright in them. Take off your boy Kev or whatever that's there. Is that Kev?
Wiles. Kevin Wiles.
Yep. Wiles, as far as just being the comedic relief. Don't really know much, but just being comedic relief. They should probably take him off and have Max there. I think that would work. Ray also, okay, I already read that one. Dave says the rumors on Kyrie wanting to play with the Lakers is pointless unless he wants to take $30 million contract per year. Also, don't see Mavs helping him in the sign and trade unless we get AD Reeves and Hutchinson.
Yeah.
What the Lakers don't have anything else to trade. So if they get Kyrie and get rid of their whole team, they're gonna be stuck in a situation like last year.
That's what I've been saying, bro. That's why I keep telling folks be like, we'll just get Rui and Reeves. That's not enough. Remember, this guy's gonna be getting paid $50 million. You got to make the money work. Either you're gonna start with AD, or like you just said, you're gonna have to gut your team for $50 million. Just think about it, King. Westbrook made 47.
Yeah.
And look how much they got back in his contract.
Yeah, you're gonna get one player again to just make it with, and you're gonna be stuck because you got no draft.
See what I'm saying? Like look how much they got back in that return. Like they gave up a ton of players for that one player, right? That's what you're gonna end up having to do in this trade. If you get Kyrie, that's $50 million.
Bruh.
You're gonna have to get back $50 million worth of contract back, man.
There's no free agents. That's what they just said. So it's not like the Lakers can just sit back and let like vets that want to sign that minimum, like we always say, just come join the team. There are none of those available. So all you're doing is wasting another year LeBron James, who's already at the end of his career. Like Bron at a point now of saying he might want to retire and knowing he's not one of the top 5 players in the league anymore. So
and that's why too you're hearing like a lot of these teams, or you hear them in trades.
Yep.
You don't hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, this free agent going here, or this free agent going there." You hear a lot of people saying a lot of teams are going to be making trades. That's why you hear like Portland, you hear Houston, you guys talking about trading their picks because everybody's talking about trying to make not only to better the team, but everybody's trying to get up under that threshold, that tax threshold. Because if you hit the repeater tax, that's going to hurt you next year. It's not like, we're going to be under the cap. Under the luxury tax this year, and the next year we'll be good. We'll get it back up under. No, you'd be following the repeater tax if you do that. That's going to hurt your team even more.
Would you be surprised if the Mavericks just got off of money this year?
Nope.
If they did nothing else but just say we're going to waste a year.
Listen, that's why you hear me say we have to trade the 10th pick. Just that one pick by itself is not going to do as much for us as what we need it to do. You trade that pick, get multiple assets, and then you start attaching those multiple assets to multiple contracts or whatever to get them guys up out of here, man. That's the only way you're gonna make any type of real change on this team, man.
You got to trade them to bad teams that don't want your players. So they're not in a rush to win.
Hey, somebody desperate for some picks.
Yep.
Everybody want little picks. Like I said, you tapped the pick. You said it. What now? What round? Oh, okay, cool. Let's talk.
Richard also says, King, if we got Ayton, would Kid use him correctly?
Question.
Or do like he did Wood, and then we would be screwed $32 million for an unused center and Dwight starting. Yeah, Richard, it could not work. You're right about all that. It could not work. My thing is, like, you got to try. So the issue is not I don't want to get burnt where you're not trying anymore. It's like it's still Nico's job. Like if he feels the guy's right, he should be out there looking at him, should be studying him, doing his research and all, to be able to see, hey, if I bring this guy in with him, this is when you talk to Jason Kidd and all. Like if I got a guy, will you use him correctly? Will you work with this guy to get him to the position we think he could be and all that? Like this is conversations they got to have. I just don't want them to not try, if that makes sense. Not even just Ayton, just somebody. Just try to get something on the team that's better than Dwight Powell. Because it's not much. It doesn't take much to get better than him. Or like a Maxi Cleveland. Or it doesn't take much. So just try somebody and get it somebody that can actually play that's not injury prone. Please.
Like, perfect example of that, Richard. We traded like those 4 players for Christian Wood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say we knew what we knew about the whole Christian Wood situation when we made the trade. Would you have still made the trade knowing that you would have got rid of all those players that really weren't playable?
I'd have kept the first round pick and got somebody else.
But I'm just saying, like, if you knew what you knew and still did that trade, like, I would still do the trade because you got rid of those players that weren't playable. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing about it, bro, so I would have got rid of the 4 guys, but I'd have kept that first round draft pick, though, man. That's the part that makes me mad. I'm like, did people forget we traded a first round draft pick for Christian Wood? We could have gave that first. We could have still had another at this point, like we saying, having a 10th pick with another first round pick, or like I said, it may not have been that year. We could have traded that one away for another one. You know, anything could have happened as far as doing that, but we gave away a first round pick for a guy we're about to let walk away, and that's what bothers me. Like those guys, I'd have held on the Boban and all them guys for one more year. For all this, would you been mad? Like that year happened now, so if they'd have been here for that 1 year and they'd have been all free agents after this year, and we did not got rid of the first round pick from last year, and we had this pick as well, like. That would have been better. My thing with Christian Wood is it's fine if you didn't play him. It's fine you let him go. All that stuff is fine. First round draft pick is what makes me mad. Cole says Julius Randle was sitting courtside at Mavs games in 22 playoffs. That didn't mean he wanted to go to the Mavs. Reference to Kyrie at Lakers playoff games. Maybe Kyrie is recruiting for the Mavs. Hey, Cole, 2 things you said. That one, that he may be recruiting for the Mavs. I've tried to tell people that as well. That Kyrie now is representation. We got different leadership and all now. J Kidd, Nico, Kyrie. That's what they brought him here for, to be those guys that help to take the spotlight off of Luka and Dirk, guys like that aren't really known for being those guys or knowing those guys in the States. And 2, Kyrie was at the Lakers game with a Dallas hat on. Does that matter? Like, you feel me? Like, you can go and pick and choose however you want to attach this stuff. Why was he wearing anything Dallas related in LA at the LA game? You feel me? Like, so don't listen to it, man. It's just ridiculousness.
Yeah, I remember Julius Randle and them were there to recruit Jalen Brunson.
Wait, wasn't your boy Miles Turner there too?
Yeah, Miles Turner been in that game too.
So many times, right?
Yeah.
He's always, whenever
he's from Dallas, so yeah, he's here every summer.
So Div says, I'm sorry, Miles Turner wasn't used to making the playoffs, right? So if you like basketball, watching basketball and a fan of the game, and you're not in the playoffs, you get to watch basketball up close and personal if you're a millionaire from where you're from, right, bro? Div says they only think that would make me think Kyrie. Only thing that would make me think Kyrie would be going to the Lakers for less money is if LeBron promised him external money, opportunities in multimedia, TV, Hollywood stuff. That's what I'm saying, Div. As far as the extra stuff, and I'm trying to, I don't know what Kyrie. It's hard to try to pick Kyrie's brain, man. I think Kyrie's done it. He wants to just sit down and be like respected and all, but like he lost so much money, so there is opportunities. We know Kyrie likes doing movies and all. Shout out to Uncle Drew. He's looking for a new shoe. Looks like it might be Adidas or whatever. See what he gets. But I mean, we know.
Hey, Kyrie stay with Dallas and get a new shoe. Would you buy him?
Yeah, I'm buying the shoe. If Kyrie get the shoe, I'm buying either way. I think Nike really need to just get on their hands and knees and apologize and say, hey man, we gave the wrong guy your contract.
You're right, but I don't see them doing that because they still ain't admitted the whole Ja Morant thing.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, hey, Adidas, like they might be doing it with Yeezy eventually. Like they trying to find ways to do it because at that point they're gonna lose that money. I'm just saying, man, Nike got rid of their main guy. Like that's the issue. Like it's that Kyrie. You may not like his shoes, you may not like him. He had the main dog as far as the tennis shoes with Nike.
He's definitely making money for him.
So they got rid of him. Like I think his shoes are more popular than KD's and like
they were
and LeBron's and all of them as far as being bought. So I bombed up. Gina Kim said it's funny how Kyrie sits courtside and everyone thinks he wants to join them, but when other players do it, no one says a thing. Why would he go to the Lakers when he left the Nets because they didn't pay?
Exactly. That's what I said, Gina. That's exactly what I said. But also, nobody talked about Trae Young going to the Denver games.
Hey, Div says the other angle on Kyrie at the Lakers, I would not be surprised if LeBron is giving him a solid and pretending he wants him to make Mavs open up the pocketbook and offer more money. Yeah, I've heard that as well. That it's part of LeBron and them trying to get him more money too. I've heard that. I mean, what he should try to get your money, man. I never had a problem with players getting money or trying to get money. It's up to the organizations to realize or understand
how much the right thing to do to give him that players money. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Gina Kim said we could give him the money he wants, not the Lakers or any other team. I don't think he's willing to go there, especially with LeBron getting older and them still figuring out the roster. Yeah, allegedly he'll go there with LeBron being older because they finally get to make men's and what's what happened in Cleveland and him being the number one guy. So that's allegedly what I'm hearing now, that he'll pass the torch. I love Kyrie. I just don't think he's number one dude. I don't think his body type, his size and all he's not. You're asking for a lot. And he's injury prone. Like you don't want to put all that pressure on Kyrie Irving. No disrespect. He is number one talent. He just doesn't have the size to be a number one. It's like asking Isaiah Thomas to be number one. What happened to Isaiah Thomas? The new Isaiah Thomas. You see what happened to him. Like it is what it is.
Went out on him.
Yep, like it is what it is. He's got size, God-given size. Jet also says, why is it that the Mavericks said we aren't going to help Kyrie in a signing trade when it benefits us more than Kyrie? Makes no sense to me. It does. So Jet kind of no. They want to. The Lakers want to give us like D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah,
and other pieces where it's like, what is this? Just to get
they want
Kyrie.
Us to do a double sign and trade. They sign and trade D'Angelo. We sign and trade Kyrie.
Yeah, and like give us.
We don't want D'Angelo Russell
for Kyrie, but the only thing is like we lose our talent. We don't get anybody else, and we got an all-star starter. So
it's kind of too when we always you heard me say this over the last few shows. We talk about starting point. Mm-hmm. Kyrie's gonna be making $50 million. Either you start off with AD. Or you completely gut your team.
Yeah. And
so the Lakers want to start the talking point at D'Angelo Russell. We don't want D'Angelo Russell. No. So they're at a disadvantage right there already. We don't want D'Angelo Russell. You got to do better than that. And we're not signing trading for D'Angelo.
And also, Jet, like you said, Kyrie wants to make his money. So everyone wants to be happy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If Kyrie goes to the Lakers in a sign and trade, it will be the place he wants to go. I'm just saying hypothetically if he wanted to go there. It'll be the place he wanted to go. He'd be making the money he'd make, and the Lakers wouldn't be giving up what they would have to give up. They would be winning everything, and the Mavs would really be just under the mercy of them. It'd be like, why do I have the guy but not getting anything I want? So it'd be foolish. That's why if the Mavs traded away him in a sign and trade, it's basically him just demanding what he wants, and you just follow him suit and just getting pennies for the dollar or whatever you can get for him to help him go where he wants to go. So I understand what they're saying. I think I talked to Rel about that. What was it, last episode? Or the one before then, as far as I wouldn't help him out either. Like, If Kyrie says it, I'm like, you got to walk there. Just walk in free agency and go there if you want your money.
And to piggyback off of that, there's not a lot of teams out there with a lot of cap space.
Not with $50 million.
Not with $50 million. And a lot of them teams with the cap space per se don't hear their names attached to Kyrie. So Dallas holds all the cards. Like, I don't have to trade with you. Either you sign with us or you're gonna have to go sign with the Winnipeg Sharks or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it's gonna work, man. So yeah, we hold all the cards. We're the only ones who can offer him the money, as much money as he wants. And we don't have to. And the Lakers don't have the cap space to go and sign him straight up. Like you said, they can free $30 million up.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's $17 million he's leaving on the table. Like, no, that's not enough.
The only what is it thing with Kyrie? I was gonna say that quick. $30 million he can do the sign and trade. Man, I forgot. I'm done.
I'll bet.
You good. Riv says we're the only contender who can afford Kyrie. That's what I was gonna say. Sorry. The only reason we can get over the cap with Kyrie and pay him the $50 million is because we have his bird rights. Yeah, like we would be in problems with Kyrie if we didn't have the bird rights as far as doing that. So we can do that, but like no other team, it's not a lot of teams at all. If you're contenders at least, that have $50 million sitting there. Riv says we're the only contenders who can afford Kyrie. Other contending teams can, especially the Lakers, unless AD and LeBron take pay cuts. We all know LeBron needs every penny to purchase a team.
And they can't take pay cuts because it's a guaranteed contract already. They already under the contract. This ain't the NFL. You can't restructure their contracts.
Yeah, it had to be the next contract. They got to take the extension and then just go less on that one. Div says if I was a Luka advice giver, I would tell Luka to offer Kyrie a free trip for his family to work out in Slovenia while his family relaxes and has holidays in his country and treats him awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. Luka should talk to Kyrie and have him come over. That's why.
But Luka's gonna be busy though, man. He getting ready for.
Yeah, that's the whole Luka thing.
He's not over there just chilling. He over there actually working out.
Again, bro, this is why. And I told you, I think I wrote this and on Twitter saying that we thought about it wrong. That Luka's not worried about being the face of America and any of that stuff. Like it's really about his hometown. He's big on where he's from, as he should be. Mm-hmm. I'm just like that's like a gift and a curse in a way, because now it's like when these situations like Luka's gone away and it's like, man, it's gonna be camaraderie parts where you guys can come over and it's like when he's working and doing basketball and all. I just want one summer, man, where he just doesn't have to go work. Like
I told you, that's why I really wasn't just super mad about him not making it to the playoffs. That way he actually gets a real offseason. Real offseason. He still got to work out for basketball for Slovenia. So
I wish he can get one offseason where he didn't have to.
They have to play it all. Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't want to play for overseas. And no people gonna go at me wild and say, "Oh, them clowns over there saying don't play for his country." I didn't say that. I just said I wish there was a year where it didn't have to be played overseas and it could just be whole 1 year just chill and wait and just get it ready for the NBA. But I mean, until that day happens or until he decides to retire, I hear they got somebody else nice over there in Slovenia that's coming.
Yeah. Shout out to Greg, man. Greg's Court. He posted a video.
Yeah, I feel like it's another dude, but hopefully until that point, I mean, we're gonna have Luka playing. But Gina Kim, she says media will definitely be all in his business, unlike Dallas, who was more on the low.
That's what I was saying too, Gina. And I know he know how it was in New York. It's gonna be even worse in LA, especially with LeBron. And like we said, this ESPN is right across the street from their stadium. So,
my man TGK said, "Hey King, remember 30-3? LOL." Yeah, and Ralph said, "You remember losing in the wild card game?"
Yeah, man.
You remember that one?
Hey, that was the last year we had you, Darvish.
Yeah, you remember that one, TGK? I remember that one.
Damn, shout out to Manny and that pop up, man.
Yep, shout out to Manny.
What was it? Ocular keratosis or some name they made up, bro? Something nobody ever heard of. Like, bro, you just made that up. Man.
Wild card game, y'all let us in there. We appreciate it. We made it to, and actually, TGK, we made it to the CS that year, the LCS. We lost to the Royals in the championship series that year. We beat them. Tigers. We beat them Tigers. We beat them. We swept them Tigers. We swept the Tigers in the division, and we beat lost to the Royals in I think 5.
What was Miguel Cabrera still over there?
Yeah, Miggy Cabrera. We beat. So their starting pitchers was David Price, Verlander, and Scherzer. We beat all 3 of them. Yes, we did. We swept them.
Yes, we did. I told you about David Price, bro.
Yeah, David Price is
He's a regular season pitcher, bro.
He was a choke artist for real. And shout out to the Rays.
I remember he cost Boston that one year. Remember he choked for Boston.
The Rays drafted him, part of their whole getting all the nice pitches.
I used to want that price too.
What up, Darren? He said, I want your opinion on the Mavs trading back and draft Lively from Duke at center. Thank you.
Definitely
as Ralph said, if you trade back and maybe if you can trade back and get more picks, then you can take a chance. You can sell me more on actually getting or taking a chance in the draft because you have opportunities with other draft picks to trade for other stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say, all right, you know what, there's a guy here that we really want that I think will be here and it can work and fit. Okay, draft and get him, but you cannot use the one draft pick to draft the guy and just move on because we have too many holes on this team. You have to get more draft picks to use in this draft to be able to draft someone.
So yeah, I would definitely do that, Darren. Trade back, use one of those extra picks to probably get that young center.
Yep. Reeves says also AD is due for a $170 million max extension. Reeves is due for $85 million. Lakers don't have any leverage in the Kai situation. And
nope.
That's kind of what I'm saying as well, Ralph. As far as AD, like we're sitting here trying to accept ways to get AD and all, talking about contract problems and all. I'm like, y'all talking about Ayton contract. Y'all want AD here for what AD gonna be making and his inability to stay on the floor and all. Like that's a major contract you're talking about. So
that's more than Ayton's.
It's way more than Ayton's. He gonna be. I think AD gonna be due for $50 million if he can't get it or whatever.
Hey, and he older.
Really yeah.
I think AD 30 now.
Richard says they didn't say what filler guys it was in my trade. I just read it somewhere. Okay, Richard. It would have to be all the fillers though, Richard. If all the filler guys went there, I'm down. Maybe. I gotta sleep on it.
It's gotta be Tim, Bertans, and Maxey, the three fillers. Those are three filler contracts.
Dave says I agree with King. I want Jimmy to get the chip, not Joker or Tatum, or we would hear how they are the best players in the NBA. F and Joke. Yep. Especially Tatum, who ran from wanting that ball in Game 6. So I think if Joker wins it, he's the guy in the NBA right now, as he probably should be. Somebody should not like he back-to-back MVP. Probably should have got 3 times in a row. Like he proved it. He would have proved it if he'd have been that guy. Same thing like when Giannis won it after he won the back-to-back MVPs. Like you have the right to be called that dude. I told you Giannis is gonna get knocked off though, bro. I told you this year, if Giannis don't win.
I remember I said that. You asked me. You said, "Hey, how long is it going to take for him to finally get knocked off top?" I said, "This year."
He's going to get knocked
this
off.
year, I think it might be it.
Next year going to be a big year for Giannis and to see how they rebound or whatever. But Tatum, I don't know if Tatum will be called the best player in the NBA. I think they try to put Tatum over Luka. I don't know if he'd be the best, but they'll try to put him over Luka though, as being that best guy.
Oh, you already know.
25 or whatever.
But he had scoring 7 points and 12 points and all kind of.
Yeah, but if Jimmy wins it though, I know you got super chat. If Jimmy wins it though, I think Jimmy gets to respect kind of like a top 5 player in the NBA around that area. So I just want Jimmy to get that from where he came from. I think it'd be awesome. But go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, man, we got a super chat here. Logan, what's good with the $5 dough? No, he says, man, if Luka truly, and I mean truly, dedicated himself to health, he said rest, conditioning, and training, he could easily be number 1 in the world easily.
Easily,
yes,
that's the focus.
Easily,
Logan. I'm talking about like no hesitation, no questions, nobody even having a rebuttal. That's how easily Luka could be the best player in the world.
We said that before, Logan. You're right.
But you say that kind of stuff out loud, you hate it. Johnny B says, I see a bunch of these trades have the Mavs 10 involved. Can't they use that 2027 unprotected? They can.
Yeah, they can.
They got 2 to use. That one or the second one. So I don't want to get rid of this one. I mean, I just want to move back.
I really don't want to touch that 27. I want to keep that in the back pocket.
Just keep.
That's why I say flip the 10 and get extra picks out of the 10 and make moves with that. So,
Richard says Lively is no Walker Kessler. Anyone that watched Walker in college knew who knew is. I mean, that's what they all saying though. Everybody's saying, and if he's not Walker Kessler, Richard, I don't want to draft him. He's not enough to help us win then. That's how I feel.
Especially not like at number 10, no. Like we said, if you end up trading back and say he's in the back half of it, like say you trade and you get like the 18, I'm just throwing a number out, like 18 and like 20 and like maybe, the early second round pick or something, maybe take a flyer on him. But other than that, I don't want to draft him at 10 because like you said, he's not going to come in and make the immediate impact that we need at center. He's still a project.
I'm going to click this next. What up, D-Buck? He said
What
we
up,
own
man?
y'all fools, Sons and Foe. Y'all do own us, Sons
How
and
you
Foe.
change your name to D Book now, man? But we missed you, man. We ain't heard from you since y'all boys got bounced.
What real? Let me make sure I'm asking you this right, because I know you know the whole history. Have the Mavs only played the Suns in the playoffs 3 times?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And we talk about series. We just talk about the Rangers and the O's, right? As far as like series and who has won the most games, 6-3. 6-3, we said. But that's fine. We're not beefing right now. We on the same team.
Right.
If we're gonna go 3 series, who's won the most series between the Mavericks and the Suns?
This team right here.
You say Dallas. You say Dallas beat them last year and back in 2006?
To the finals.
And you saying Steve Nash only beat them in what, 2004 or 2005? It was that
Something
whatever
like
that year was that they won, but they own us. Sons and
Yeah.
Foe. Sons and Foe. Cole said, I think Powell could go to Cleveland or Indiana to be with Carl. Please get him to Carlisle. That's what we want, Cole.
Carlisle, what's good, man? Listen, we apologize for things we said. We think he's the greatest coach of all time. Come and get the White Powell. Please. Thank you.
Carlisle, they gave you a spot to, what's his name? Doc
Rivers
on the 15 greatest coaches of all time. It should have been you. Come get the White Powell, man. He miss you. You need community
You'll
service.
definitely be on that list if you get the White Powell.
Yeah, you can knock Doc right off of there. Knock Glenn off of there. Shout out to Glenn.
Glenn. Kind of Glenn. Kind of by his good name, but you don't deserve that.
He said, I miss y'all this postseason. We miss you too.
Yeah, man.
Where you at? Y'all playing for the championship this year? Y'all gonna get back to the finals? Y'all gonna win a championship. You got one. You got a gold tag in the back of your jersey, Devin Booker, at the top. He got one up there. Oh, that's that fourth team NBA. So all NBA again. My bad.
You got 25 on the back.
We missed you on the All NBA team too, Devin. Big Fat says, what range of picks do y'all want to trade back? Anything. Just anything.
Listen,
in the first.
if I'm being greedy, Big Fat, if there's a way we can trade and stay in the first round, and maybe I
want to stay in the first round. That's what I'm saying. I want to stay in the first
round.
Get
like 3 first rounds. That'd be nice. I know they're going. I know that's asking for too much. You probably get like 2 in a second or something. But I mean, I would love to get 3, like New York did a few years ago when they got 3 for the 11. I would definitely love that.
We got to find somebody. So on draft day, we got to sit. He really got to do his due diligence, Nico. He got to sit and find out who wants who. Like, he needs to do everybody else research and see who's sitting there and actually see a team that really wants somebody that's willing to give up whatever for him and draft that guy and trade him to him. It has to happen that way. He has to find somebody that's willing to give up 2, if not 3, because I want 2 of them from the draft pick myself. But if I can get 3, real,
man, listen, we 3 in the first round.
Div says, "Did you know Ayton and Luka have?" Yep.
Yeah,
and
said that in the article, Div.
I think they play like Fortnite or whatever together, or what's the game? Overwatch.
Yeah, they friends and stuff.
Hold up. I gotta click this right now. He say that. He said, "Bro, you tripping for real?" I mean, welcome to the party, D. But you ain't know who we got fan in here, man. Johnny B said, "I've been watching."
Welcome to the Glow Yard, D. Book, man. Welcome to the Glow Yard, man.
Johnny B said, "I've been watching this guy, Marquise Norwell. He's tough. He's all NYC, Mr. Basketball. He averages 18, 8 assists. Ooh, and he's just 5'8". Him and Wright can battle for that 2-way. They saying he a late second round or may go undrafted. I like that. 18 and 8 at 5'8". I'm guessing he's a guy, Mr. Basketball, been playing a long time and all. That's the type of guy I just said. I don't know if he could do much for us, being his size and all that, but that's the type of guys you need around Luka. Guys is already winners, like Jalen Brunson. Sorry, bro. I didn't say it out loud. Wrong name, I think. Richard says, we need a petition to get Mark Cuban on We Talk Mavs. That $2 million will get it done. Hey, man.
Oh, man.
I don't know. He may not think we worth that. He may be like $2 million. Still don't want to be there, but we should. I'm dead serious. Please get Mark Cuban.
2 million signed signatures, huh?
Please.
Man, you can get that many people. You need to be watching us.
Bro. D-Book, you only made the playoffs by the same amount of time as Luka, and you've been in the league about double his time. Stop playing. Johnny B says, I don't watch baseball at all, but I can tell by all these excuses King making for the Orioles losing that they might be trash. Jeez.
Oh, man.
Jeez. Bro, excuses for them losing, maybe trash. We got the second best record in baseball, Johnny B.
It's time for the second best record, Johnny. In all the baseball.
No. We're not tied.
Y'all talking about y'all?
Y'all have 33 wins. We got 34. We have the best record, second best record in baseball.
Yeah, let's have tied, King. Can I have tied?
No, just like you wanted the sweep to go up there. I told you today's game was to show you we're not as trash as we showed. We got to still show something, and couldn't let y'all take the second spot from us. So
I really want the second spot, bro. I really want that second spot, man.
We the second best team.
I'm trying to pull off on Houston, man. I want them to have no chances of trying to get that number one seed in our division.
I'm gonna let you have a hard pause on that one. Richard says, I don't remember his name. I was a kid, but Mavs had a center way back like first few years. Think he got hurt, and they have never had one since. He talk about what's his name, James Donaldson? Richard?
Is it James Donaldson?
That's what I'm saying. He said when he's a kid, so I'm good. I mean, that would be the early Mavericks, right?
Probably. Could it be Roy Tarpley, Sam
Roy
Perkins?
was what, a power forward?
Yeah, he played a little bit of center too.
But his main center was 4'5", right? So he was
4'5".
Four that played some 5.
Roy was like what 6'10", 6'11".
Yeah. I felt like he was a 4 that played 5.
I thought he played more 4 when I was growing up. I thought he played 4.
But either way, Richard, let us know if it's either Tarpley or if it's Donaldson.
Or was it Bill Wennington?
Oh man, Johnny B says, "Say what you want, King, but Seawood is just as good as Ayton. Maybe not defensively, but he's better in offense. And if he was given 30+ minutes, his numbers would have been better than Ayton's. Maybe. I ain't gonna say. I think definitely better on offense. Like
the thing too, Johnny, they both played 2 different positions.
Yeah, they do 2 different things.
Ayton is a center. Mm-hmm. Christian Wood not a center.
Ayton can do the things Seawood can't do, but Seawood can do things that Ayton can't do.
It's like you comparing like Luka and say like
Giannis,
yeah.
They're 2 different players. They do 2 different things, even though they dominate the game. They do it in 2 different ways. They do a little bit of stuff that's the same, but Ayton's way better than Christian Wood defensively. So that's what the whole thing I'm saying, Johnny, be like, yeah, I'm Seawood's biggest fan, if not for Wood Vengeance. You feel me? So I know, but
whoa, you can't just make your name, but you let Johnny and them come up with the names, bro. Let Johnny and them come up with the names.
Hey, revenge season.
Say revenge season for Tim, man. We need one for Seawood, man.
I hope we can get Seawood back here, though, man. That would be happy news. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, if we was to keep Seawood and get Ayton.
Oh, now we talking. Jet says, thanks a lot. It means a lot hearing that from y'all. I'm a Padres fan. Y'all took Manny from me. Actually, hold on. I just got this recently. Right?
We got so many different baseball fans in here.
I told you about this, but I just got it recently. If y'all can see that, if it'll focus. Maybe.
The Kyle Seeger.
That's a Manny Machado. Machado.
Sorry. My bad. You saying my bad.
That's a Manny Machado signed ball. Just got it.
It look like Hamilton on there, man.
No, I ain't no Hamilton. But y'all took Manny from us though over there, San Diego. But
yes, so did, bro.
Yeah, but that's from y'all. I'm a Padres fan. By the way,
didn't they pay him $2 billion?
Something like that. He said it's depressing. By the way, let's be honest about AD. He gets hurt a lot in the regular season, but in the playoffs, he consistently shows up. I don't know if he consistently shows up.
I don't know about consistency in the playoffs. He showed that he so consistently against the Nuggets.
Yeah.
That was it. That was one of the issues they were having. They were showing them different videos of, like, I think it was like Austin Reeves and Luka like mugging AD because he wouldn't step up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Richard says Johnny B. Ayton is a 5. Wood is a 4. Could you imagine that is our front court? Yep, that's
what we were just saying.
We were saying. Johnny B says, tell Jet he needs some help getting that part off the ground. Invite me. I could reach your female fan base 196.7%.
Dang, he got 196.7.
No, he just said if you want help, man, he there to help you. If you want to get somebody up there, he said he'll have a lot of women watching the show. Jet, like, what you mean? He said, what you
like I'm listening.
What you got on my 40, Craig? But let's see where we at. Jet says, I feel like people overreact too much about having centers because Golden State Warriors just won the finals with Looney as their starter. We just need a guy, nobody special. So you may be right.
But the difference is with that, Jet, Looney does something that our centers don't do. It's not just about having like a superstar center. It's just the fact that Looney does what Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell don't do. He rebounds.
Yeah.
When he gets the rebound, he helps finish off those plays on defense. We don't have that here. Like I said, with a combined Maxi and Dwight Powell, they still don't. They probably barely equal, or if not, what Kevon Looney does by himself.
So Jet, you're right. You can have centers that do stuff. The issue is just being burnt by the Mavericks. So I'm tired of playing around with these centers because the Mavericks don't care. Excuse me, about the center position. So if they don't, I want them to show that they're serious about the center position. That's it.
Invest in the center position for the first time in damn near their franchise history.
Forever.
Yeah.
They didn't
all
really
we want.
invest in Tyson Chandler. They just got him. They've never invested. Big Fat said you want an offensive center with a passable defensive or a defensive center with passable offense. So I'm either or. I'm not mad at either one of these, Big Fat. Like, it's not that I would just take Ayton and I'm mad if we don't get Ayton. I'm saying I'd take Ayton. I think he has skill set to take us over the top as far as making us like the best offense and a top 5 defense at the same time. You get Allen, though. I mean, you can fight for being the best defense in the NBA and then maybe a top 5 or a top 10 offense. So it depends on how you want it. Either one of them can get you a championship. That's how I feel. Like neither one of them are like deficient enough where I'm like, we couldn't compete for a championship.
Or any of those guys on that list better than Dwight Powell?
No.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I'm sorry. So I guess maybe we're going backwards. Get him, fan. I see you, fan. Johnny B said, I think we can get Jared Allen and Rashawn Holmes for the price of Ayton if rather have those two at $30 million than just Ayton. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that too.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that than the White Powell and Maxi Kleber.
Yes. That's fine. I'm fine.
No arguments from me.
I don't want y'all thinking I'm okay with that. That's perfectly fine with me.
I don't want to see these two guys again be our key bigs. I don't want that.
You have that. You got that symbol the wrong way, Alex.
Hey. Alex, I like you, man. I like you.
Ray says Kyrie is recruiting LeBron to the Mavs. If LeBron really wanted to play with Kyrie, LeBron to the Mavs is more possible than Kyrie to the Lakers. I've been saying that.
That is true. You have a better chance of coming to Dallas than the opposite.
I'm going to keep saying. I mean, the Lakers do need draft picks and all, right? As I keep saying to y'all, I'd give up them last ones to get LeBron James. And LeBron James can bring people here as well. We have LeBron, Luka, and Kyrie on our team. We can get anybody we want. That's how I feel. Johnny B said John Morant shoes sold out in minutes everywhere in America. Yeah, it's because it's now a commodity because they're waiting to see what Nike going to do for it. It might be rare. I was talking to Rellin when his shoe when he just got in trouble saying if I should buy a pair.
Yep.
I should buy a pair of them Jazz. Rev says Nike is facing karma for doing Kai dirty. I know Nike wants to drop Ja so badly and re-sign Kai immediately, but scared of the backlash. Yeah, they stuck right now. They got to say something. They got to stand up. What up, Prashad? I hope I got that right, but he said, saw this trade on Twitter. Would you trade Kyrie and Green for Paul George and Morris? Nah, not at this point. Paul George 5 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, Paul George close to 34, man.
Yeah.
I think Morris is like past 32.
Yeah.
30 also, I mean. So, yeah, nah. I'd rather re-sign his brother than, like, give up anything to get him, you know?
Yep. I'm fine. Let Markeith just stay here and rock it out. Let's see what he can do.
Give him a full training camp. Give him all season of training camp. Let's see what he can do.
They said Joker ended his career, man, with that. Stop playing, real. That push ended his career for real, man. That's it. Yeah, whiplash for like he was in a car accident from the Joker. Joker
pretty big.
For real, dude, bro.
Hey, Joker pretty big, though.
Sheesh.
That's a big boy.
Gina Kim says Perkins had to make things about race like the majority of NBA is black and Rob joke out his 3P. Yeah, that was stupid. I couldn't believe he made that one. Like certain things I can back behind you on race and all that. But like Kendrick, bruh, for real. That's
Yeah, I
what
like
you're gonna do.
and shout out to Wilson Side, man. I like how he ate that whole debate up.
Do you know how many times I wanted Dirk to win another MVP? Dirk ain't black, is he? No. They basically guaranteed that the Dirk lost to Golden State, he can never win another MVP. They basically said that out loud in the media. They were saying that's a wrap. He'll never win another one until he win the championship. They just knew not to give him it. And I thought it was a regular season award. But for some reason, when Dirk was going for it, it was like, well, his playoffs matter. And he white. So plus Luka got on the cover of 2K before D-Book did D-Book. Alex says, let us never forget Phoenix drafted Ayton over Luka. They did. Sons and foe.
Greatest draft of all time.
And about to possibly lose him to the Mavs. Ain't that wild? Div says, please read this to Devin Booker. Hey, man, everyone was saying Booker didn't get help in Game 7 versus the Mavs. Well, F me. You had KD and Booker still drop 14 points in Game 7. New phrase. Devin Booker went from Luka special to Game 7 Booker special. That is my new name for players who are all-stars who have horrid Game 7s. Tatum about to have a Game 7 Booker special.
Man,
Devin Booker is known for being, bad in Game 7.
In them closeout games. Yeah. Hey, what you say, Dave? You said he averages 14 points in closeout games? What'd you say?
What you say, bro?
In the last 3 closeout games, he averaging 14 points?
You saying D-Book don't want us to put his stats beside Luka on the screen for the playoffs because it'll be embarrassing?
I don't want to do that.
That's what you said? You said it'd be embarrassing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he definitely want that.
I don't think he want that.
Luka scores 14 points in like one quarter.
Sons and foe. Y'all gonna make that man mad. D-Book in here. You already know he mad. You better go run after the Jenner. Stop playing. Get your girl back, D-Book. He said an Oreos hat, though. I'm sorry, but Diamondbacks? We talking about Diamondbacks here? That's what we're gonna talk about next? We ain't gonna talk about Diamondbacks, are we?
D-Book, are you from Arizona, bro?
Are we gonna talk about the Diamondbacks?
Hey, they ain't been good since Juan Gonzalez.
They ain't been good since Randy Johnson.
Yeah, I just say Randy Johnson and Juan Gonzalez. Not Juan Gonzalez. What was the dude's name? Number 20. He was
it don't matter because he dirty.
Last name Gonzalez. I can't think his first name right now.
It don't matter because he's a Diamondback, so it don't even matter. I mean,
that just show you how long ago that was.
They got Randy Johnson from the Mariners them years, and they were relevant. And then after Randy Johnson left, they not relevant again. Like, so
to be honest with you, I forgot about the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I didn't know what division are they in. Who knows? Cole says, I wonder how much it would take to trade for Siakam.
Jury over there acting like Siakam is worth 25 first-round picks or something.
You don't think 2 would get Siakam?
Probably now.
And that's what I'm saying. At this point in the offseason, somebody gave it 2. I think they probably get Siakam from the Raptors now.
Probably. I can see a team trying to get Siakam and OG together.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. If you can get that and already had an established like big man and all. Oh, man. That's a ooh. Oh, man. Oh, good job, fan. I'm gonna put you on there just because. Devin Booker in elimination games. That might be. You might have the comment of the night, fan.
Yep, that's it.
Devin Booker in elimination games, 14 points per game on 15 of 49, which is 30%. He's a minus 83 overall.
Comment of the night by fan 1, 2, 3.
I think I want to read that again, bro. Devin Booker in elimination games, I said 14 points per game. He is 15 of 49, which is 30%, and a minus 83 overall.
That's crazy.
It looked like he stopped coming after that one. Good job, fan. That's my God. Fan in the building. In the building. He ended the conversation. We got to end it on that one. Don't read it again. I'm going to read it again for you, Devin Booker. Just read it. Devin Booker in elimination games, 14 points a game, 15 of 49, 30%, and a minus 83 overall. You might want to change
nice. What's good, man? What's good? Nick said nice. What's good, man?
Hey, Gina Kim, tell him he may want to change his picture to CP0. That's what you want to change it to instead of D-Book. Actually, change it to Ayton, bro. He probably the best player on your team right now. because y'all are trash in Game 7. Shout out to KD too. Riv says Devin Hooker is really like crying out loud for help. He really want to convert to a Mavs fan, but don't know how to go about it. That's why he's here tonight. It's gonna hurt them when the Mavs actually get good again, because they got the piece if they actually play it right, and they got to sit there and watch it, man, because they never gonna win a championship. I ain't gonna never say never, but bro, we should kept Charles Barkley, man. Come on, people. Y'all ain't been relevant since Charles Barkley, man. Charles Barkley put y'all on the map and then left y'all.
Shout out to Kevin Johnson.
Shout out to KJ, Tom Chambers. That's when y'all was nice. Dan
Mark
Marley.
Bryant.
Y'all was nice back
then. Back when y'all had Richard Dumas.
Bro, I was like, Charles, man.
Cedric Sabalas.
Charles might put up a fight against MJ, but then when they lost the first couple games, I was like, it's over. Once you go down 0-2, unless you're the Mavericks, it's a wrap. I'm just, bro, I thought the Mavericks had won a championship when they was up 0-2. You can't tell me you didn't think it even, man. You didn't sit there and was like, bro, it's a wrap. Yo, we got him. Because we had beat Miami like 15 times in a row or something in the regular season. I was like, it's over.
We're playing the parade. Yeah, I'm going to be at the parade. Call my job. I quit. I'm going to parade.
That's it, bro. That's all the W teams I think.
All right, man. We're going to probably call it a night right there, guys. We definitely appreciate everybody rocking with us on a Sunday evening, guys, talking about these Mavs and a little bit of Rangers and Orioles and other baseball teams. But yeah, man, listen, guys, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're into Mav content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys, so that way we can continue to build this channel, man. We definitely have more to talk about, guys. We'll be back here on Tuesday to talk about that latest Go ahead, read that aloud, King, for the podcast.
You want me to? I just want to put it on the screen, but okay, just for the listeners in case they can't see. Gina Kim, thank you. She says Luka Doncic in elimination games, 39-9-9, 46-7-14, 33-11-8, 35-10-4. His 38.3 points per game is the highest. I don't think you get any higher than the highest. You feel me? In NBA history. She wanted it. I can tell she wanted it. What is it? 50 in Jeremiah. Number one, there's nothing higher, right? That's what Lucas said. Right.
Shout out to 50 in Jeremiah. Yeah. You got that one too.
Oh, Ray said I'm gonna copy and paste that stat in every basketball page. He said I'm in on social media. Okay, D Book in elimination games, 14 points per game at 30%, minus 83 overall. Devin Book is special. Yeesh. And so, what are your 5 bold predictions?
I don't really have any predictions, G2. I can see what I want.
Yeah.
I don't want the White Power back.
Yeah.
I want a center. Yeah. I want to get more assets. I want to flip the 10 pick, get more assets. And I want Luka to come in better shape. And I want to re-sign Kyrie. I think that's probably 5 for me.
That sounds about right, bro. I want a center. If we had to sit here and just adjust, I'm hoping next year a center, like you said. I'm hoping a wing. I'm hoping Luka comes in shape. That's 3. I'm hoping we re-sign Kyrie and we let go of the guys that don't play any basketball. There we go.
Well, all right, y'all. Oh, that's still coming in, huh?
No, I hold up. Legendary win by Gina. Gina the truth. Alex says if Joker wins the Finals MVP, where is he all time? A top 20 player.
Yeah, he'll be top 20. He got 2 MVPs. Chances are he'll get the final MVP too.
Yeah, he goes to top 20 with the championship. He's a top 20 player. G2 said Luka taking that stairway to heaven. Hey man,
that did look like that stairway on Hustle.
Yeah, he was, but it was him and what is his name? Goran Dragic usually do it in the summer, but I saw he was out there by himself. I'm like, okay, Luke, I see you. You don't need nobody getting you up. But
pause.
Yeah, pause. But Joker, if he wins Finals MVP though, is he better than Dirk? Ooh, that's the conversation we got to have when we talk Mavs. If Joker wins Final MVP, is he better than Dirk? Because he up there. Because now because Giannis took a big jump when he's won his one, right?
Mm-hmm.
He up there arguably now is the best international player not named Hakeem. So Is Joker now jump over Dirk if he wins the championship? It's a hard decision, right, bro? That's why I hate Mark Cuban. That's why I don't say I hate him. Sorry, wrong words. That's why I get mad in the day when I look at this stuff. And I'm like, I wish Dirk talked, and I wish he wasn't as humble as he was, and just sit there behind Mark Cuban.
Demand more from Mark Cuban,
yeah. He should demand more, man. He ain't gonna be in shape though. He don't gotta be in shape to beat Devin Booker though. That ain't the issue. We ain't worried about D Book because he don't need to gotta be in shape. We already seen that in the game 7. Let's see. Gina Kim says for Devin Booker, 12 points, 8 assists, 1 rebounds in 1 game in 2023 Western Conference semifinals. That's his only game 7. So that 1 game is it. Let's see what he does. That's a game 7, but that's it. I'm good. We can keep moving.
Yeah, we can go ahead and cut it there, guys. We definitely appreciate, like I said, we appreciate everybody rocking with us again. Hit that subscribe button if y'all guys are new. You're into that Mav content. See, we got the Mav stuff all over the place on here. So hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that notification bell so whenever we get ready to drop some new content, you got to be the first to know. Also, hit that like button, everybody. Everybody, please hit that like button, man. That'll help us build that algorithm up to find more Mav fans like yourself to join the Glow Yard family. And also, guys, if you want to join the Glow Yard membership, we have shows every Friday for the Glow Yard members. Just hit that join button right there on your screen. If you're on an Android, if you're on an iPhone, you have to go through Safari, and then you have to go to the desktop version of YouTube. Go to our channel, and you can hit join that way. Or if you're on a computer, if you're watching us on a computer, you can just hit join right there next to the subscribe button. Also, guys, this will be in podcast form tonight. Shout out to the people who listen to us in podcast form. We haven't forgot about y'all. And also, guys, follow us on all our socials, on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. We're on Discord, LinkedIn, and Reddit. So we got all the links down below in the description box, guys. If you want to link up on all our socials. Kings, anything I'm missing?
They said we would hold on. First and foremost, share, and more share, guys. Please continue to share and help us out. We appreciate you guys so much. And they saying in the comments that we need a recovery beer for how we treated Devin Booker. You know, after that win on the stream, we need a recovery beer. So, Luca, you get 1 today. We're going to take 1 recovery beer for Devin Booker. Y'all pour 1 out on him. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. We got demonetized for that one. Shout out to y'all last year, Sons and Fuck.
We appreciate you hopping on with a dev book. We definitely appreciate it, man.
We do, D-Book.
But yeah, man, we'll be back on Tuesday, guys, 10:30 p.m. Same mat time, same mat channel. We're gonna dive a little bit further into the Kyrie to Lakers talk. There was an article that came out today. We didn't have as much time to talk about it today, so I know a lot of y'all started touching on it. We'll talk about that on Tuesday, guys. So come back here on Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. Central Time. And we'll deep dive a little bit more into that. So with all that being said, guys, listen, man, it is your boy Real. Got my boy King. This is We Talk Mavs here, guys. Where we talk Dallas Mavericks from a fan perspective. We'll be back here Tuesday, same Mav time, same Mav channel. King, I can't see what I'm doing because you got that hat blocking me, man. I can't see this. Let's make sure. Let me check my Rangers out. Okay, cool. Bam. And we out, y'all.
Birdland.
All right.